Hey guys, so I got this request to do this video and here you go. So we'll be doing the female shirt pattern today. You will need your basic block, and if you want your pattern to be fitted, transfer your dart to the side. But if you want it to be free, just leave the dart and do not do anything to it, or even increase the sides. So the first thing you're going to do is add an extra paper to your pattern. And we're doing this because we're going to increase the CF there. We're going to extend it out. So the first thing we're going to create now is your placket. This is where your button stays and your buttonhole. So usually you use 4 inches. That's the highest you can go, 4 inches. But the standard is usually 2 inches. So just come out by 2 inches from your CF and extend it out all the way from the top to the bottom of your block, basic block, and then roll it out. So once you do that, you've given your shirt a new look, which is by adding your placket. This is where, like I said, this is where you're going to add your button and your buttonhole to. Okay, so just roll it down there too. And yeah, all right, so that's the placket there. So you're going to decide, like I said, if you want to leave your dart, or you want to transfer it to the side, or whatever it is you want. If you want it to be free or fitted, this is where you decide what to do. Remember, it's a shirt pattern, so we're not going to need a new neckline, just your basic neckline. So you're going to add your bust dart, which is 6 cm from your armhole, and connect it straight down to your shoulder dart, because that's where you're going to split open. Okay, so now it's time to add the yoke. So to add your yoke, find the midpoint of your back armhole, or go a little bit below the midpoint, and take a straight ruler or your curved ruler, whatever it is you want to use, whatever style you want, to draw it all the way to the end. So you can use your curved ruler, you can use a straight ruler. I'm sorry the lines are not bold. I don't know, I'm just sorry about that, really. So make a bold line, don't be like me, make a bold line. And if you're using a curved ruler, make sure the curved part doesn't get all the way to the CV. This is because if you get to the end, you might not be able to really get an accurate thing there. So make sure you use a ruler to straighten it there. So you come up rather by 5 cm or less at the end of your SB and SF. This is because usually fitted shirt patterns usually have this curved thing by the side. So this is how you get it. Okay, just come up by 5 cm or less and connect it all the way down, just like this. So if you don't want it, again, you don't have to. If you don't want it, you don't need to do it. But if you want to have the look, you can do that. Make it smaller, make it bigger, do whatever it is you want there. And next thing we do is add our basic neckline, which is the jewel neckline. That's at 45 degrees angle. You go by 3 cm down and connect with your curved ruler. Very simple and easy. So yeah, connect everything back together and we'll move to the next point. All right, now we're going to create the collar pattern. So to create the collar, first thing you're going to do is add your front and back neck measurement together, and then you create your point A to B. First thing, point A to B is between 2 cm to 3 cm. So now once you add your back and front measurement together in inches or in cm, you can do the same thing I'm doing here, which is measure it all the way down, and rule it to your point A and call that point C, and do the same thing below. Remember, it's 2 to 3 cm. Choose whichever one you want, 2, 2.5, 3, whatever it is you want, and then roll it back, point D. Okay, so you're from point C, you go up by 1 cm and call that C1, and point D, you go up by 1 cm and call that D1. So now you're going to find the midpoint of point A to C, and that's going to be your point E. And do the same thing at B to D. Find the midpoint there too, and call it point F. Now you're going to connect your point E to point C1 with a curved ruler. That's because we're creating the collar stand and it's not straight. It's just like you're moving the collar stand up a little. And do the same thing down there. Okay, very simple. So almost done. So I'm just showing you what I did there. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to create like a curved point there. Yeah, just a really small curved point there. Just do it freehand. It's better if you do freehand. Okay guys, so once you're done with the collar stand, we're going to move to creating the collar itself now. We're going to use this same pattern to create the collar itself. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to choose between 5 cm to 7 cm, whatever it is you want. Choose between that and rule it all the way up from point A. So that'll be your point A to point G. So I chose 5 cm. And you're going to do the same thing at point C1 to H. 5 cm. Now to get point H1, you're going to come out from point H, go out to the right by 2 cm. Alright, so now you're going to connect your point H1 to your G1, and G1 is 1 cm below point G. I hope this is not confusing. It's very simple if you follow the method. So just come down by 1 cm from point G, and that's your G1. Now connect it from there to, please ignore the initial line there. Yeah, so this is the correct one. So the next thing you're going to do now is connect your H1 to C1. And you're going to see that pointy collar, point. So that's how you create your collar and your collar stand together. I hope that was easy, guys. Now we're going to learn how to create the plackets for the sleeves. Continue with our placket. The first thing you're going to do is create a straight line from point A to point B, and the length will be 6.34 inches. Please pardon my bendy lines, they look straight from where I was, so just please excuse it. Thank you. So we're going to keep on going. From point B to C would be 2.24 inches. From point C to D is 0.5 inches. Then you go point D to E will be 1.14 inches. Alright, so now we're going to go up from point E to F by 5 inches. Label that, and then F to G is going to be 2.5 inches. We're going inwards now. So your G to H is going to be 1.34 inches. Go up. Alright, so now I'm going to come back down to your point C, and we're going to create C to C1, 4.5 inches. Again, my line is bent here. Please forgive it and forgive me. Thank you. And you recreate the same thing on your point D to D1. Then connect the lines together. So you're going to create a triangle from A to H, not more than 3 cm long. That's the height. Shouldn't be more than 3 cm. Can be less than. So I use 3 cm here. Okay, so that's how to create your sleeve plackets. It's very, very simple to make, which is the pattern. You do not add any allowance to this. You just create it the way it is here. So remember to always notch your points C to D on your fabric when you're about to sew. So we're going to make the curve now. Okay, so for the curve, we're going to first of all measure the width of your wrist and add 0.5 inches to both sides. Then that will be your point A to B. Then you go up by 6 to 8 cm, choose any one you want, between 6 to 8 cm, and label it C to D. So now you are going to join that together. Then you draw curved lines from on that C and D. Yeah, because that point it's not supposed to be pointy. So yeah, that's about that. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, like this video, and turn on your notification bell to know when I post new videos. Thank you again. Bye.